Hello guys, today we will be learning about artificial meat. I forgot to add a bad meat pun. Now let's get into the information. Okay, so we all know that meat is made by killing animals, right? But the difference with artificial meat is that the animals don't get killed. They still get to live their beautiful lives of going to the fields, grazing along and trampling old Jim's crops. Sorry, Jim. This makes it more morally right to eat the medium rare steak that your local fancy restaurant has given you while the waiter is expecting a tip. Not needing animals also results in us having more arable land that we could use for our crops. So, now that we know what so so now that we know what artificial meat is and some of its benefits, we need to learn how it is made. Don't forget. Oh, why am I reading my script? Artificial meat is made by scientists gathering cells from an animal. But don't worry, your chicken will still be able to cross the road after this, as this process doesn't hurt the animal which is involved. And you don't need to schedule an appointment to the lab every time they need cells, as I know that your cow Betsy only barely fits in the car. Since you only need one of a species cells, and then you can get artificial meat for an infinite amount of time. Now, continuing on, the cells get placed into a stainless steel cultivator, which has a much cooler name, called a bioreactor. Sounds like it's from Back to the Future. In these bioreactors, the cells go through a growth process called immortalization. I know, sounds really cool. In this process, the bioreactor mimics the animal's lives, almost like the Matrix. The bioreactor mimics the pH levels, oxygen levels, temperature, and finally it provides constant motion, as if the cells are running around in a field, as if they have a free will. And all these accurately do allow the cells to grow. I meant to say actually. Anyways, when the cells grow into a desired density, they get extracted to make and prepare meat-made foods. Now, let's talk about some positives, because what do positives remind you of? Advertisements.
Go back! I want to be foraging!
Like I've said before, creating artificial meat does not harm your sweet manure providers. The cells only have to be extracted once, and also, since 70% of the world's arable land is used to provide feed for these guys, we could cut down most of that land for our own crops, since we are greedy little beings. With every pro comes some cons, so let's talk about the worst things about artificial meat, as I'm not getting paid to promote this, so I don't really care. The production cost is too expensive in today's economy. I probably need 3 of my yearly wages just to make this stuff for a week. The safety regulations for these artificial meats still not have been established in most countries. I will not be held responsible for anybody who dies because of artificial meat. And the nutrition values of these artificial meats are still unknown. And finally, the artificial meats flavor and texture don't taste natural. I know, shocking. Okay, that's all the information. Now that all the information is out of the way, it's now time for the normal rating, which is a 6 out of 10. The only flaw is that I don't get paid enough, and I like the taste of natural cows. I don't get paid enough for this job.